Hello everybody, it's Tim again. I want to do a quick review and ranking for the DCEU as a whole, as a franchise. I recently rewatched all the films, and I wanted to pretty much rank them and review them. Starting at number one, I would say is Wonder Woman. It's an awesome flick. Yeah, the action at the end goes on a little bit too long and becomes a little bit too chaotic like a music video. But as a whole, I think this is an awesome film and easily the best of the DCEU films. Number two would be Shazam. Once again, another awesome one, I think, in my opinion. It's pretty much a remake of Big, but it really works for this character. I just love all the in jokes to other DCEU films like Batman vs Superman and stuff. I just think it works really well here. Obviously, the first two, Wonder Woman and Shazam, would both be a 4 out of 4 stars. I highly recommend those. Those are two great quality superhero films. After those two, I would have to say my number 3 would probably be Man of Steel. My number 3 would be Man of Steel, which I also think is a great superhero film. It's got mixed opinions. I'm not sure why. At the very least, it's a good Superman film. Some people have a problem with Zod getting his neck snapped at the end, but if you're going to do a more realistic Superman film, it doesn't make any sense that he would just be able to take Zod to jail or something. He would have to break his neck at the end. There's just no other way to it. He would have to be killed. So as it is, I do think that they kind of forget about the epicness or momentum or whatever of having Zod's neck being snapped. After that, they kind of just brush it away quick. But as a whole, and the ending climax fight goes on a little bit too long. But as a whole, it's easily a 4-star Superman flick. It's the third best in the franchise after 1 and 2. Well, the second's Richard Donner cut. It's easily the third best after those two. Number 4, I would have to say would be Aquaman. Number 4 would be Aquaman. I think Aquaman is a great flick. I love the special effects in it. It's a very fun adventure film. Some of the humor is a little corny, and Black Manta's suit does kind of look like a Power Rangers villain. But as a whole, it's a great flick. I really enjoy the action at the end with special effects and the sea creatures. It's just really cool to see, and the giant kraken and everything. It's really enjoyable. Jason Momoa does a great job. His relationship with his brother, though, is a little bit too close to the Thor character we've already kind of seen. But there's only so much you can do with a brother versus brother relationship, comic-wise, that won't remind you of Thor because it's already been done. So that would easily be number 4. Number 5, I would have to say, would be Birds of Prey, which I thought was a pretty good film. Some people think it's like a man-hater movie. It's really not. It's just that the men in the movie are the villains. And if you're going to do a movie about women being oppressed, most of the people who oppress women are men. That's just honestly how it is. There are some female oppressors like that towards women and stuff, but most of them are men, evil men. So you kind of have to use the evil men as the villains. But as far as the film goes, I thought it was pretty good. It's not great, but it's pretty good. It's a fun Harley Quinn movie. It's not really a Birds of Prey movie, and if that's what you wanted, you might be pissed off. But if you can just accept it for the fact that it is a Harley Quinn movie, it's easily pretty good. There really isn't a need for all the F words in the movie. This film could have easily been like a hard PG-13. But as it is, it's a pretty good time. Now, after that, I would have to say, after Birds of Prey, I would probably rank Wonder Woman 1984, the newest one I just watched. Wonder Woman 1984 is an alright average film. It's too long. The villains do a good job, but I could have made the main villain a little bit more sinister. Max Lord's character, he could have been a little bit more evil, I think. And I also feel like the whole thing about Wonder Woman raping a guy because her boyfriend's took over his body, that probably should have been left out. But as is, it's an alright average flick. It's a letdown of a sequel compared to how good the first one was, but it's average. I would say it's worth at least one watch. Not something to go out to see unless you really enjoyed the first one. You just have to see the sequel. But it's not something that's really going to give you a terrible time. Okay, that would be next. After Wonder Woman 84, I'd have to say Justice League. Now, Justice League, just watching Justice League, it's not as terrible as some hardcore Snyder's fans claim, because they just hate the movies that portray Snyder's work. No, wait, I take that back. Next wouldn't be Justice League, and next wouldn't be Wonder Woman 84 either. After Aquaman, or after Birds of Prey, it would be Batman vs Superman. Yeah, that's it. Batman vs Superman, the Ultimate Cut, is a good, solid movie. Not great, but it's a good, solid flick. Doomsday at the end doesn't really look good, but he's pretty much just a character device, just like he was in the comics. Yeah, then after Batman vs Superman, then would be Wonder Woman 1984. Now, yeah, back to that one. Yeah, that's an alright film. It's worth watching, but it's not anything to write home about. But it's worth watching. It's average. After Wonder Woman 1984, then I would probably put in Justice League. Like I was saying, Justice League is a low 2-star passable flick. It's worth watching at least once. It's a time waster. It has some bad CGI. But it's not truly terrible. Some of the acting between the actors who play the heroes is good enough. Steppenwolf is a bad villain, and there's some decent moments, like when Superman rips open his shirt at the end to remind you of the Christopher Reeve films. That was a cool callback. All in all, it's like a low 2-star film. It's worth at least one watch. Then Suicide Squad is easily the worst because the story is so bad. Like the whole killer evil witch thing, it just doesn't work because she should be able to easily destroy the Suicide Squad. Pretty much a low 2-star B movie. I actually like Leto's Joker in this, and I don't really get why he wasn't the main villain. Instead, it was Enchantress. It doesn't really make any sense to me. This is a low 2-star passable film, just like Justice League, but it's worse because the story is worse. I have no doubt that the Ayer cut is better. It's at least decent from what I've seen and from it and all I've looked up about it. Even though the plot would still be bad with the witch thing, it would at least be more fulfilling as a plot, and the Joker would have more of a place in it, making it at least more of a decent movie, or at least all right. It would obviously be better than this. Now, Justice League, the same thing. The Snyder Cut would obviously be better than the cut of Justice League that we got, because it would be more cohesive, actually, the original vision. So it would obviously automatically be a better movie just because of that. So all in all, thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video, and hope you enjoy my DC ranking and reviews for each one, more mini reviews, and I'll see you guys again in the next video.